If you enjoy videos like this, subscribe to the channel before the video starts. The arena was silent. A vast circular pit carved from black stone stretched as far as the eye could see. The sky above glowed with twin suns, casting long shadows on the walls. Every seat was filled with spectators from countless planets, all waiting to see the same thing, death. At the center of the arena stood her. The alien warrior. She was tall, her skin shimmered with silver scales, and her eyes burned like molten gold. Across the galaxy, her name was whispered with fear and respect. She had defeated 1,000 challengers, 1,000 suitors who had dared to claim her hand. 1,000 bodies now lay broken and lifeless at her feet. The crowd did not cheer anymore. They had watched too many die. Their excitement was replaced by awe and fear. Even the strongest warriors avoided her gaze. Her weapons were simple but deadly. Sharp blades that glowed with plasma energy, and claws that could slice through the thickest armor. Her movements were faster than the eye could follow. She did not fight for love, or even for pride. She fought because none were worthy. The announcer's voice boomed through the arena, echoing off the walls. Next challenger, from Earth. A murmur ran through the crowd. A human? From a primitive planet? Many laughed. Others shook their heads. Some turned away, unable to watch the inevitable death. The alien warrior's eyes narrowed. She had never faced a human before. She had heard rumors. Humans were weak, fragile, short-lived. They were not supposed to survive in this arena. The doors of the arena opened. A small figure stepped forward. He was unarmed. No armor, no glowing weapons. Just a human. His eyes met hers, calm and steady. The aliens in the crowd erupted in laughter. "He will die in seconds," they shouted. The warrior's lips curled into a faint smile. For the first time in a long while, she felt something new. Not fear. Not anger. Curiosity. The human did not bow. He did not raise his hands in surrender. He simply walked forward, his steps slow but confident. The air seemed to hold its breath. Even the wind stilled. The arena had never felt so quiet. The thousands of lives lost before him seemed to hang in the air, a warning to anyone who dared challenge her. She raised her blades. The metal glowed bright in the sunlight. The ground shook as she moved closer. Each step was deliberate, powerful. Every eye in the arena was fixed on them. Then she stopped. She studied him. Small, fragile, yet fearless. The crowd gasped. For the first time, someone had not flinched. The announcer spoke again. "Let the battle begin." The tension was unbearable. The silence was broken only by the hum of her weapons. And somewhere deep in the arena, the feeling grew that this fight would be different. That maybe, just maybe, the human from Earth could survive. The warrior lunged forward, claws aimed at him, ready to strike. The human met her gaze, unafraid. And at that moment, the entire galaxy seemed to hold its breath. The arena held its breath. Dust swirled around the human challenger as he stood in the center, facing the undefeated alien warrior. Every eye was on him. Every alien in the crowd waited for the inevitable moment when he would fall. But he did not flinch. He did not tremble. He just looked at her calmly, studying her movements like a predator studying prey. The warrior circled him, blades humming with deadly energy. She had expected fear, screams, or a plea for mercy. Instead, he gave her nothing. Not a tremor. Not a word. The first strike came fast, a blur of silver plasma aimed at his chest. The crowd gasped, sure he would die instantly. But the human did something no one expected. He rolled aside with a speed that seemed impossible for his fragile body. A thin line of dust marked his path, and for a moment, silence filled the arena. The alien warrior narrowed her eyes. Interesting. Different. Clever. She increased the speed of her attacks, spinning, slashing, striking from angles no alien had dared. But every move he avoided, every dodge precise, careful, calculated. The spectators were shocked. Humans were weak, they were supposed to break immediately. Yet this human, he was surviving. Luck, the aliens whispered. But the warrior knew better. There was skill, intelligence, strategy. The human moved closer now, not with weapons, not with strength, but with calm determination. He did not strike blindly. He waited, watched, analyzed. Every attack she launched, he anticipated it. Every feint, he saw through it. Then came the moment that silenced the arena. She lunged with a spinning strike meant to end him. He could have dodged and countered. He could have killed her in that instant. But he did not. He jumped aside, letting her blade pass harmlessly. He stepped back, his hands raised, not in surrender, but in mercy. The warrior froze. No one had ever refused a victory before. No one had ever spared her life in the arena. For the first time, doubt crept into her mind. Who was this human? Why did he fight this way? And why did it feel strange? Strange to not see him fear her. Strange to feel something she could not name. The crowd whispered, louder and louder. Some aliens muttered angrily. This is not how battles are fought. The human took another step forward. He spoke, his voice carrying clearly across the arena. I do not fight to kill. I fight to survive, and to prove that strength is not always in your fists. She stared at him. Her blades lowered slightly. Her eyes widened. Was he teaching her? The announcer's voice rang out, shaking the arena. Final round begins now. The air thickened with tension. Every creature in the galaxy would remember this day. For the first time, the strongest warrior faced someone who could challenge her, not with brute force, but with courage, intelligence, and heart. And in that moment, she realized that this fight would change everything. The arena was quieter than it had ever been. The twin suns reflected off the alien warrior's bloodied blades. She had never been challenged like this. Not by one of her own. Not by 1,000 others. And certainly never by a human. The human stood across from her, his clothes torn, his body scratched, but his eyes still steady. Calm. Unyielding. He had survived strikes that would have killed the strongest alien twice over. He had refused to strike back when he could, showing mercy instead of aggression. The crowd stared, unable to comprehend it. Aliens whispered among themselves. How is this possible? The warrior's chest heaved as she circled him. Her pride, her strength, her purpose, all of it demanded that she end him. But her instincts told her something new. Something dangerous. Curiosity. Respect. Awe. The human stepped forward. No weapon. No shield. Just himself. His voice carried clearly through the arena. I do not fight to kill, he said. I fight to protect. To survive. And to show that strength is more than power. It is choice. It is mercy. It is courage. The words echoed in the warrior's mind. She had never heard such defiance, not in anyone she had slain. And yet, it was not defiance that angered her, it was truth. She lunged, faster than ever. Blades streaked the air, sparks flew, and the ground shook beneath her steps. The human dodged, twisted, and moved like water around stone. Every strike she threw, he survived. Every trap she set, he avoided. The spectators could not breathe. Aliens who had lived centuries in battle were silent, watching the impossible unfold. Then came the final moment. She leaped, aiming to finish him with a spinning strike that could cut through steel. The human could have countered, could have killed her, could have ended this fight. But he did not. Instead, he caught her wrist with both hands. Strength against strength. Her blade trembled, stopping inches from striking him. He looked into her eyes, steady, calm. I will not harm you, he whispered. Because no one deserves death just for being strong. The warrior froze. Time seemed to stop. She lowered her blades slowly, completely, for the first time in her life. The arena erupted in shock. She had never seen a challenger willingly refuse victory. Something inside her changed. She understood, finally, why humans survived, not because of power, not because of speed, but because of heart, courage, and choice. The announcer's voice broke the silence. The battle is over. The warrior stepped back. She bowed her head, a sign of respect to the human. The crowd was silent, stunned. From that day forward, the arena's rule was broken. No longer would life be measured by how many could die for pride. Aliens across the galaxy remembered the human who stood unarmed, unbroken, and undefeated, not by killing, but by proving that true strength was more than steel. And somewhere in the galaxy, a lesson spread quietly, yet powerfully. Humans do not conquer worlds. They change them. The human turned, walked out of the arena, and the twin suns of the alien planet shone down on him like a silent celebration. Behind him, thousands of lives had been saved, not by force, but by courage and mercy. The warrior watched him leave, her heart pounding with a feeling she had never known: respect, wonder, and perhaps, hope. The arena would never be the same again.